bro. I'm setting it up on YouTube right now. Bro, I'm setting it up on. All right, we're good to go. Lower your camera a little bit, if you can, just a little bit.
Is it good now?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Not much, man.
Bro,
Happy to be back
yeah,
for another episode of the pod.
for sure, man.
You know, a lot
And
happened.
definitely,
A lot
I
happened.
wanna I
I
wanna thank everybody that supported, that give their constructive criticism, and
Mhm.
everybody that's riding with us. So we're back for another episode of the TimeOut Podcast with Oli Vens, and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we're gonna ride it out. So let's get let's get right to it, man.
Obviously, most interesting thing that happened in the week for you.
Yeah, sports wise.
Mm.
Bro, sports wise, interesting thing that happened was the Liberty, the Liberty's fourth quarter. And in all the games that I watched, honestly,
Mhm.
because I I have not watched a lot of games this week. It was a crazy week for me at work, and it's but to be a little bit crazier because we are in trial right now. We're having trial against a major company. So my partner is preparing for trial. So I'm doing a lot of things. But most interesting thing that happened for me this week is like that third and fourth quarter for the Liberty. They played their heart out. And I think they are playing right now. Actually, I was trying to put the game on while I'm talking to you. They played their heart out, and they had a beautiful game. Props to Sabrina and what's her name again?
Talking about Stewie.
Stewie. She had
She
a
had a great
great
game.
game, bro. She's
Yeah.
playing on she's playing MVP level basketball. So
I mean, yeah, as an MVP in the league, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're
definitely,
supposed to do.
definitely. And it's beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So what about you? Most interesting thing this week?
man. That we getting closer to graduation, so that's dope. So just a lot of schoolwork, balancing that, and trying to catch as many sports uh
As
games as I
possible.
can. Um, I got to see Bronny. I got to see Bronny finally play in that game. The game itself, the Warriors kind of put the Warriors went crazy. The Warriors went crazy. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a good game to watch. But I wasn't watching the Lakers because I don't really. I don't think the Lakers are going to be that successful. But I like the where they're at now better than I did last week when we talked about them.
Are you talking the game where you put 17 points?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I got to see that game, and then I got to see some of the stuff they were doing, like specifically on offense and what they were trying to do. What JJ Redick, like what a JJ Redick coach team would look like, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I could kind of see it. And then Bronny's 17 points, it made me more confident in him as a player. I was like, okay, he'll do great in the G League,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
after that first season game is over and everybody gets to clap and cheer that he got to play with his dad on the same floor in an official game and he goes back to the G League, he'll be okay.
You'll
He'll
be all
be
right.
okay. He'll be okay.
So I started watching the game. I watched the first two quarters, and then I ended up doing something else.
Are you talking about the Golden State game?
Yeah, the Golden State game. I
You
only
didn't miss
caught
much.
like a couple of quarters.
You didn't miss much.
I knew that I wouldn't miss much. That's why I didn't insist on
It
watching.
was bad.
Honestly, I think I probably went to the gym and I don't remember exactly what I ended up doing, but I know for sure I ended up doing something else. So how did you feel about his play? How did you like how like what was special about what it was doing? Because everybody's happy about it. Like how did you feel especially? Like what change do you see? What adjustments did you see in his game?
Nothing special because I didn't think he was gonna be a special.
Player, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna be a special player. I was more in the camp of like, yo, everybody calm down. He was
Mm-hmm.
drafted 55th.
Mm-hmm.
Expectations shouldn't be high to begin with, but people that don't like Bronny want to see him. I don't want to say they want to see him fail, but the common complaint is, well, oh, he doesn't look like an NBA player. He doesn't look like compared to everybody else who didn't get drafted or everybody else that even in his draft class, he doesn't look like a professional basketball player in the NBA who knows what they're doing, whose level of play looks like what it should look like compared to everyone else. And what I saw in this game was basically what I've been seeing since he was in college. I feel like he's one of the players that the scouts did a really good job scouting, that they were pretty accurate on. They said he had confidence issues, which is true. You know, there's a reason why he was struggling in summer league, and it wasn't just because he hadn't played in so long and he's not an NBA player. No, he's got confidence issues. That's going to be something that he's going to have to tackle as the season progresses. If he actually
Mm-hmm.
plays in games of the season and goes to the G League, and then after that, they said he was a really good defender, which I saw. He was very active on defense. He was,
I think he can be a great defender. I think he's always active on defense when he plays from the couple game that I caught. I've seen a little bit of his defensive strength, but as far as
he shot the
offense
three better this year.
wise, is offensively is a big question mark for me.
Yeah, yeah. That was still a question mark for me to go into this game. But the one thing I want him to do more of that I saw they did, there was a play where he drove. He was kind of on the wing, kind of on the baseline. He drove baseline for a floater, and I was like, that's what if he's gonna commit to getting to the rim,
Mm-hmm.
because he's a high, and he caught a lob in the Golden State game too, which I was like, okay, so if you're showing that and you're a threat that way in on offense, if you want to be confident in driving the basketball, obviously you're not the tallest player on the court. So
Mm-hmm.
incorporate more of that high floater, that high arcing floater into his game, which I'm sure he has, but you got to make it a tendency now. Like make it something that's when you're in a certain position, in a certain situation, you're using that floater that time and time again. And then him being able to be athletic as he is to go catch those lobs, I liked because it opened my eyes to what JJ's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I don't want to say JJ's trying to copy Golden State because they weren't the only team to do this, but he's going for more of a player movement type of offense. If
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. Where there's not gonna be it's not gonna be those old LeBron teams where it's LeBron running the show,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron pick and roll running the show, trying to put pressure on the defense, and then everybody else is kind of standing in the corner waiting for a pass to come their way. There's gonna be a lot of moving pieces, so you're gonna see guards like Bronny, you're gonna see guards like Austin Reeves. All their guards are gonna be tasked with setting screens and moving around the court in a way to help free the paint. They want to free the paint, and then they want to allow their bigs in either Anthony Davis or why am I forgetting his name? The big one with the afro. It'll come back to me.
Oh, Christian Wood,
No, he was. I didn't see him get minutes.
Hayes, Jackson Hayes,
Hayes.
Jackson Hayes. I'm saying
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna like they're he's being used more this year than he was last season. where
Okay.
he's being tasked to set screens too, but he's gonna have the ball in his hands and it's gonna create opportunities for him to get guys open and create passes because he's also a threat to score at the basket,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the way the offense is now trying to free the paint up. They also took a they also took a ton of like 3-point shot attempts throughout the entirety of preseason. They were jacking them threes up, which I don't know if that's a plan that JJ wants to implement going forward, where he wants his team to shoot more threes. As long as they're good threes, then fine. I still don't think the Lakers are going to be this crazy 3-point shooting team for them to be taking as many threes as they're taking. But I get it now. So if you're a Lakers fan and you're kind of semi excited for what the Lakers could be, I see glimpses. Like I understand why someone would be excited for that team.
I am excited because one thing, like you were saying earlier, JJ's offense, I'm seeing. Remember last week we were talking about AD being a 3-point shooter. I'm seeing AD not being afraid of taking the three,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure that's a JJ thing. That's a JJ adjustment. So I want to see them in a regular season game where they taking it seriously. So I don't know if I will be able to catch opening night. I'm hoping that I will. I don't know for sure because like I told you, it's crazy at work right now.
yeah, yeah.
But I will try my best to catch like opening night and see how that goes.
Man, I'm telling you right now, Lakers make a great playing team. They make a great playing team.
So yeah, you feel like they can be a seven seed, eight seed,
That's a great playing
nine
team right
seed, 10
there.
seed.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks
Um,
for the Lakers. We're looking at a great playing team.
so and how do you feel about the Lynx and the Liberty right now? Like who you think got it tonight?
I don't know. You could flip a coin. You could flip a coin. Honestly, mentality with them mentality wise, New York's got all the confidence in the world right now as they should. Which if I was to base it off of that alone, I'd give it to them simply because I feel like the teams are pretty evenly matched. But when you talk about a game where you had such a lead and then you lose that lead, your mental resilience is tested a little bit. The team that cut the lead down, they ended up winning the game. That team, they're coming in this game with all the confidence in the world. They at this point they're not scared. They've seen it all. The if you were a player on New York team, if you were a player on New York's team and you were struggling or you had some sort of confidence issue, it's gone now. It's
Mhm.
gone. The team rallied, came back in the game, won off a game winner, buzzer beater, which early on in the series,
Sick three pointer, sick 3-pointer, clutch 3-pointer by
bucket, a bucket.
Sabrina.
Sabrina is insane.
Man, bro.
But then on the opposite side, if you're Minnesota, you're
But don't forget, this girl is playing a beautiful basketball too. I think her name is Natasha
yeah,
Collier. It's
yeah.
not Natasha
Collier's
or
a
Night
bucket.
Collier. I cannot
Collier's a
remember her
bucket.
first name.
But it's not. She's been a bucket the entire playoff run. That's not what's going to be the determining factor. That's not going to be what separates the two teams. For me, I just want to see. I just want to. I'm gonna be excited to see how the first 5 minutes of the game, because they should still
Again,
be
they're in commercial right now, right?
they should
I
still
can.
be like they should still have that same high of like, okay, um we just beat them off a buzzer beater, off a game winner. We know we could beat this team easily. If they go up 15, we're not worried. If they go up
Mhm.
20, we're not
We're
worried. As
not
long as
worried.
we do
Yep.
what we need to do, we could win this thing. Like I feel like the Liberty are in a position where they've almost seen it all to be able to win this championship, which is why I feel like they're the favorites. But if you told me flip a coin and whoever it lands on wins the game tonight, I'd be fine with it.
Mm.
I'd be fine with
Okay.
that.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the way it might go because I still feel like it's anybody's game right now. So
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
they are well balanced. Both teams are well
well
balanced. It's
balanced,
like
very
it's
well
a good
balanced.
playoff series. And
People, I've been seeing people say this was more entertaining than the NBA finals. I might have to agree with them.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm,
have to agree with them.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It is more because it's anybody's game, man. It's like two well
Anybody.
balanced team, well coached team, and they are living it all on the field. And that's what you like to see because when you pay for something, you want to get everything in return for your buck, and they are giving you that pleasure right now. So that's something that I'm pleased to see as somebody that never really followed WNBA until you put me into it. I'm actually
I put
very
them
happy
on.
to see.
I put them on. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I put
did.
them
You
on.
did for sure. You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did put me on, bro. So, talking about back to the Lakers, man, I forgot to ask you, how do you feel about Connect? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Dalton Connect.
Yeah, yeah, connect until I hear, hey, I ain't raise him. You know, like my mama be saying, I didn't give birth to him. I didn't raise him. I'm not his mom or dad. If I don't know how to pronounce his name, somebody correct me. It's cool. But
Yeah,
I heard his name say they call him Connect. He connect.
he
And he,
connects. Yeah,
and he was
what is it?
connecting on them threes.
Yo, do you feel like they got their 3 and D guy in him? Because I haven't followed him on defense yet. I know sometimes he goes crazy and he does a lot of turnovers.
He scored 20 straight. He scored 20 straight. So I don't. He's
Yeah.
confident. I'll give him that. He confident. He confident. He confident because he's got that. You know that a guy. He's a guy who'll take a shot over anybody because he took the game tying three over a bowl.
Yo.
So he's got
And
confidence.
and
I'll give him that. I don't know.
if that's not killer instinct for you, I don't know what is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what is.
So
Because
I. Mm,
ball is 7-7 something.
yeah, but like
And yo, he went up like it was no there was nobody in front of him. Killer that if that's not killer instinct enough for you, I don't know what is.
it is, and then props to the Lakers for trusting him. Like they no, like it just that's the one thing I'll give JJ Redick too. Like he trusts his guys. He you could tell he's a coach that instills confidence. And if you're shooting a three and it's a guy that he wants, like I say, if it's like a D'Lo or like a Roy Hachimura, a person who he's like, hey, shoot more threes, make more threes. If you're open, take the shot. He's confident in his guys, whatever. As long as it's a good shot, he'll be fine with it. I can't say that shot was a good shot, but the 2000s
Yeah,
basketball
yo,
fan in me was like yeah.
because you heard of that expression that shooters shoot, right?
Yeah, shoot.
He's a shooter.
He's one of them.
Exactly.
He's one of
Do you
them.
do you, do you think Ray Allen will have not taken that shot?
Not in the same way, but he would have taken it.
Exactly. Shooters shoot. Remember, he's a rookie. He probably needed to make some adjustment or whatever, create more space or whatever.
Because he was
But
struggling too.
yeah,
He was
shooters
struggling
shoot.
in preseason too. I remember
Exactly.
his first game was a doozy. Then he had I think he had like a 21-point game in preseason when it was either in preseason or summer league, one of the two, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like still really inefficient. And he was finding his spots or whatever. This game though, even in the first half, it wasn't until the second half he started going crazy. I don't know what it was, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? Lakers have a reputation of finding the perfect white players for the team.
Yo, Lakers do. That's what I was gonna tell you. That's what I was gonna
They
tell
got
you.
the perfect reputation, so he might be another one of them. They might have found another one. Who
Bro,
knows?
I think if he's I'm not even gonna say great, if he's good, if he's solid on defense, they got a
Mhm.
good brandy guy.
I want to see him on the floor I want to see him on the floor with AR. I want to see him on the floor with AR-15. I need to see him on the floor with Austin Reeves at the same time. I want to see what the offense looks like with that. If he's shooting like that, and if he's given the liberty to take some of the shots he's taking.
Bro, again, he has to shoot because the kid is a shooter, and that's why they drafted him. They needed a
Mm-hmm.
three guy. He's their three guy, and I know they gave a two-way contract to Quincy
Olivari,
or
yeah,
Oliveri.
yeah.
So that might be this kid is it has killer instinct in him too. He's a killer too. I remember one of the preseason game, not preseason. Was it preseason? Yeah, one of the preseason game. He just took it over too. So
It's good. Yeah, there's a lot of the league's got a lot of talented players, but the which would leads to what I wanted to talk about because I saw this headline and it
mhm.
was crazy to me, because this guy was a player that I felt like if a team picked him up for cheap, there would be so much value there. The Celtics waived Lonnie Walker. I don't know if you know who Lonnie Walker is, but Lonnie
He played
Walker,
for the Lakers. I know.
yeah,
I started watching this kid on the Spurs.
he's not. I like as a player. I like him as a player. I don't whatever the reasons may be, whether it be opportunity, injuries, whatever. He hasn't had the chance to really show what he's capable of. He came into the summer really hungry and saying that he was going to prove so many people wrong. You know, he was going to show his ability to the fullest when the Celtics signed him. And when the Celtics got him, you know, a lot of fans, a lot of people were like, "Hey, you know, this moves the needle even like the Celtics got better was essentially the mood around you know around this news happening that the Celtics had just gotten better because they got Lonnie Walker, who's a willing defender and who's another spark plug type of scorer. And then to hear that they waived him, it made me start thinking about the NBA at this point in time needs another team.
So we need one to retire so we can open the team on Vegas.
We need either a team in Vegas or they need to bring the team that was in Seattle. They need to bring that team back.
Let me tell you, it's a state that I'm surprised doesn't have a team in the NBA is Connecticut. And that's a discussion for when my older brother comes as a guest on the podcast. I still have to know. Oh, by the way, no Noelle said she's coming the weekend of November 1st.
Mm, mm.
So I
I
need
know
to
the Lakers
know.
be
I have
leaving.
to talk. I have to talk to my brother to know when he's coming because he lives in Connecticut and he's very involved in the area, so he knows a lot about Connecticut. I need to know why and why they don't have a basketball like male basketball team because they have a female one. They have a
Yeah.
one in the WNBA.
I thought that team was gonna go. I thought that team was gonna win the championship at one point earlier in the
Yeah.
season. But that's besides the point.
They are a decent market. I'm not saying they are a huge market. They are a decent market because
Okay.
at some point New Jersey had a team
Yeah,
until they came to Brooklyn.
but it's
But
like it's New Jersey. It's New Jersey though.
yeah, but Connecticut is a big market too. It's a pretty big market in my
Is it
opinion.
bigger than a Vegas
Vegas? No,
team?
no, 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 no.
Is it bigger than like I don't even think Connecticut would be bigger than a Seattle team, to be honest with you.
Well, they had a team already, so they probably would need to bring one back because same thing happened when they had to bring that football team back to Vegas, where the Raiders, I
Yeah, the
think they
Raiders.
had left and came back because Vegas is a big sports area. That's where all the event like sporting events are. That's a major city for sporting events,
Mm-hmm.
especially the combat sport community.
Mm-hmm.
Because next year, I might go to Vegas in April next year. WrestleMania is happening there.
Oh, you
Yeah.
oof. I don't really care too much about the modern day wrestlers
Oh,
today.
I still watch wrestling, man, and not
Yeah, I
as much
can't.
as I used to, but I still follow it. So,
I can't.
and it's good again. It's good again. Trust me.
If they, I put you on, you put me on. You know what I'm saying? You could
Yeah, it's
let
good
me
again,
know.
especially with a lot of promotion are getting bigger now, so there's more competition. So and Vince is out of the WWE, so it's Triple H's game now. It's better. But back to I think we need at least two sports team, because if we add one in Vegas, it will offset, the West is gonna have more teams. So we'll need one in the West and one in the East, in my opinion.
They could probably shake that up. Like we could probably move a team, like a team that's in the Midwest, from
But
like
it's still gonna be one more. Even if they move, they will have to add two.
yeah.
And they I think we have I think
They could. I mean, it's because the teams. Because I'm not even expecting the teams to be good, like to be that crazy good. Because when they added, what was an expansion team that they added? When I think Memphis was an expansion team
mhm,
when they were in Vancouver. I don't know. It was either Memphis and Toronto. I think were the two expansion teams that they added back then. I could be wrong, but they did it in the past, and it was like the team. It's not like the teams are crazy good. We don't need the teams to be crazy good. I'm more so saying like there's too many talented players right now in the G League or overseas
yeah,
that
yeah,
got waived
yeah,
by NBA team just
NBA
because there
teams.
wasn't any
Because I'm
room.
seeing I'm seeing Dwight Howard trying to fight his way back to the NBA, and
Yeah, I heard his agent did him dirty.
honestly, I did not really follow that story, so I cannot really speak
He
on it.
said he said because he props to Jeannie and props
Genie.
to Dwight for even because that's kind of a confrontational conversation like, oh, why did you fire me, or why didn't you sign me back, kind of thing. But
Hmm.
Jeannie went on Dwight Howard's podcast and they talked
Hmm.
about it, and Jeannie was like, we were gonna resign you, and then Dwight like in the moment realizes that, oh, his agent was the one that like screwed him over, and like,
Hmm.
a game of telephone, like, hey, they don't want you. Hey, you should sign here instead, type
And
of
I
thing.
think I think if Dwight had came back to the Lakers, things might have played differently.
Yeah, way different. Then like they 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 don't play as bad as they have the last couple of years. They actually, AD plays somewhat better. Not to
Mm.
say that he played terribly, but he plays better. The makeup of the team is better.
Hmm.
Or not. They still had Darvin Ham as a coach. What am I talking about? They
We'll see Dwight 2 nights in a row, and then not see him for a month, and then see him next month.
Nah, they still had
Crazy
Darvin
ass
Ham as a
rotations,
coach.
bro.
Yeah, no.
Crazy ass rotations.
Yeah, forget what I said. They still got Darvin Ham. I'm good off that. Nah.
Yo, I'm telling you,
But no, they could. We need an expansion team in because you could even do like you could even have a team in the same state, just have it be a rival with another team. You know how California got all these teams. You got Sacramento. You just throw a team.
hmm. Hmm.
Just find another city in California and just throw a team
So
there,
it's in there, yeah.
and then put another, and then you could put the team in Vegas, and then you could do what you, or like find another team in Texas. We already got San Antonio Spurs. We already got Dallas. Find another nice
Another big
city,
city in Texas, and
and
then
then
put it.
just plug a team there. They do it with the G League teams. Like who's like Delaware got a G League team. I don't really know what be going on in Delaware. They could do something. you know.
And what one thing too we wanted to talk about in the NBA was Kawhi.
Oh, he gone. Retire. It's time.
You think so?
I mean, but hey, when you felt that pain in your knee, did you keep playing?
No. No, that was it for me.
so, so what is he doing? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's why I started playing backyard basketball.
Because he went to USA camp to prepare for the Olympics, and they were like, "No, you could get hurt. Don't play USA," and he dropped out. Just for us to hear, "Oh, Kawhi is out indefinitely with inflammation in his knee." It's time to go. It's time to go.
Oh
It,
man.
it sucks. It sucks.
Dude.
It's time to go. Hang it up. You know, you
So
you
now the
you
Clippers are who it's what's his name again? The beard. His name is
James Harden, man, your man
Harden.
James,
Harden
man
and
James.
who are they? Who's gonna be like the star right now? Only Harden?
I mean, there's a you give us a couple. You give players minutes, they might step up. So I probably, I could see Terrence Mann
That's
stepping
what I was
up.
gonna talk about, man. I was
I
gonna tell you they have a player that I like.
Yeah,
This
yeah, I
kid,
could see
he
Terrence
can
Mann.
ball. He
I
can
could see
ball.
Terrence Mann doing something if he takes the opportunity and if they trust him enough. If they're like, okay, you're going to be more involved in the offense now. You're going to
I
get more
think
shot attempts. You're going to have more plays called for you. That kind of stuff. I could see that happening.
I think Terrence Mann can have a same scenario as the kid in Philly. They're point guard right now.
Maxie, you think he's going to be? You think he'll be?
I
You think
can he
he's
has
ready?
I can he can be, and I'm not saying it's gonna be Maxi. I'm saying that he can be in a similar situation. Whereas Maxi capitalized on Ben Simmons' injury.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So I think Terrence Mann should capitalize on James Harden's injury. Not Harden, man. Sorry, Harden. I hope you don't get injured. I'm saying Kawhi's injury to
Hmm.
become the number one or two guy for the Clippers, because right now you cannot say Sixers without Maxi.
No.
Is part. They have a big three there.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. So I think, but as far as retiring,
It's time.
he's, I don't want to say it's time yet,
Time.
bro.
It's time.
But
It's time. It's
man,
time.
it's the same circle, same circle. It's like every effing season, bro.
It's time. It's time. Look, look. We've had great players in the past who just couldn't stay healthy. This is the history. Like we had our Grant Hills, we had our Danny Grangers, we had our Greg Oldens, we had Kawhi Leonard, we had our T Max, another man with like knee issues. We had Dwayne Wade. You feel me? He he,
Yeah,
he had
yeah,
meniscus
yeah.
surgeries almost every offseason. Like it might, but it's time. You spent too much time not playing, and then when you try to play, you can't even. Like the process, the rehab process of like, okay, now I gotta get in basketball shape. I gotta get
Mhm.
used to running and putting all that pressure on my
On
knee.
my knee.
I have
Yeah.
to I have to get back in the groove of being able to play offense, play defense the same way.
Hmm.
You got to do that over. And then in Kawhi's case, you get injured so many times, you got to keep doing that over and over and over again. And then the thing for me was like, so USA comes around, you sign up for USA, you're smiling, you're joking with everybody, then you leave because you feel that it's better for you to take care of your knee and prevent future injuries before the upcoming season. Now we're at the upcoming season and we're hearing talks of you now have knee inflammation. So two things. That lets me know you hurt yourself preparing for the season.
But did he get injured in training camp? Did he get injured in scrimmage? Like,
That's my somewhere along the way you were
so
preparing
so
for the
that means
season
that
and your
means
knee
it's
was.
that means it's really bad. That means the knee's gone.
It's
Because
time
if
to
you
go. It's time. We welcome Lonzo Ball back. I don't even know how long he's gonna last because he was bone on bone. He got a new meniscus from a donor, and then they did the surgery because he was bone on bone.
it's a graph, it's
I
not
don't
even his own.
no, I don't know. I don't know Kawhi's situation, but he's already in his 30s. That's already like as a professional, you get injured in your 30s. You know, modern medicine made it so you could play closer to your 40s, but back in the day, people would have career-ending injuries at like 32 and be done.
And be
Kawhi is
done.
one.
Yeah, and be done.
He's one of
I
them.
mean, if Kawhi does retire right now, he will go down as one of the greats, especially with what he did in Toronto.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
I'm not
not. I'm
saying
not.
I'm not saying greatest, like I'm not talking Kobe, LeBron, or Jordan. I'm talking about like like
He's like a Grant Hill to me. He's like a Grant Hill to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's not
that's
bad.
fine. Yeah, that's
That's
not bad.
not bad. That's not bad. Grant Hill is one of the greats
Yeah,
to play the game. Not of the no, not one of the greatest, but one of the greats.
yeah, yeah. And then he
So
got
I think you should really start to consider it. And that's it. In term discussing retirement, I think when we're talking retirement, one other player that I think should really um think about it, really consider ending his career. And I'm not talking about basketball, right? I'm talking about football. I'm talking about Tua. I think if Tua doesn't leave the field like on his term, we're gonna see a tragedy on a football field.
hmm yeah.
Because right now it's really career, good life with your family. That's what it has come to right now. Which one is more important to you? Because having like say that I went back and I play and I went down on my shield and now I'm getting tube fed versus being able to play with my grandkids.
hmm
That's what it has come to right now. Because how many times we've seen Tua go down with a concussion, and for a few minutes or seconds, his body's shaking.
Yeah, yeah.
So he should really take the. And I've seen him. I saw him today on the sidelines, like hyping his team up. So I think he's getting ready for a return.
Oh yeah, no, he's not. He's not. He was on another one of those ones where it's like, oh, he's out indefinitely until he can get back on his feet. But the intention of the team and everyone else is that he's gonna play again, which I'm not. It's not for me to this not for me to really because it's serious enough, but at the same time, we're not Tua. Same way we're
We're
not
not we're
Kawhi.
not his family. We're
We're
not
not
we're
his
not, we're
family.
not
We ain't really, but like seeing when you see different players describe what it's like playing with a concussion,
mhm,
you don't want to mess with that. And
exactly.
I hate to bring him up. I hate to bring him up too, but forget a concussion because this is another one of those topics in the NFL specifically where um it's kind of like taboo to talk about, which is the CTE stuff.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I did another player that comes to mind too is Antonio Brown, one of the greatest receivers we've ever seen in life. Antonio
Man,
Brown,
and look at the way his career ended.
man, it's two completely different people. Man went from Tony Toe Tap to I don't even know. Like
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know right now.
I don't even know.
But one thing that I know, one thing I cannot give to advice. I cannot tell him what to do. I don't even know the man. I'm just a fan, looking. But I hate to see a good player. I hate to see a person have
Yeah,
his life cut short
yeah.
by something that he could have possibly changed. And I understand being feeling like, yo, I just got that max contract. I gotta at least give the team something for their money. But yo, at some point, man, I feel like your life is always more important, bro.
Mhm.
Especially you have a family, you have kids, you have a wife, and you should really take the time and see and consider what's more important to him. Me in that situation, that would have been done. But I cannot tell for a fact that yo, oh, that should be it for him. But in my opinion, you should really consider ending it because that last fall,
It was
what I
bad.
saw, because I was watching that game.
I'm talking about the one before that. The
Yeah.
one the one that got him that had him like sidelined.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
And they keep getting worse and worse. They keep getting worse and worse because the head is not something you play with, man.
no. Mm-mm,
It's not
mm-mm.
something you play with.
Neither is the knee. Which is why Kawhi should consider retirement.
Yep.
Time.
I mean, well,
It's time.
but in
You
another
know,
good.
Hall of Fame inductees. Your boy Vince Carter made it to the Hall of Fame. Your boy
I thought
Chauncey
about that.
Billups made it to the Hall of Fame. They both got inducted.
Who else?
Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups. had to see. I had it pulled up right here.
Got it pulled up.
Yeah, because I saw clips of their speeches and I was like, oh, that's nice. I didn't stick around. MJ was at the event congratulating Vince Carter,
hmm
so it was nice. Not NFL,
So
NBA.
we got Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups, Michael Cooper,
Yeah.
Damian Augustus, and Doug Collins.
Mm-hmm.
So Doug Collins made it too.
And I want to say another thing too. Rest in peace to Jerry West. That was another um thing that happened. The logo, NBA logo, Jerry West. He
hmm
he passed.
Yeah, he passed.
Rest in peace to
He did
him.
pass.
Condolences
Rest in
to his
peace.
peoples and all that stuff. But yeah, that I wanted to talk about. How do you feel about the recent Hall of Fame inductees? Because this conversation always comes around when we get to the Hall of Fame, where it was like, is it too easy to get in? What matters more for the Hall of Fame? Who should be in the Hall of Fame? Does being in the Hall of Fame even matter at this point? Because so many people are going in there.
I
So
think in the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 guys, I only know 3. I don't know Augustus, and I don't
choose
know
WNBA player bucket,
okay,
big bucket.
I don't know Michael Cooper.
I think he was a player from the I want to say 80s.
I don't know him.
I could
But
be wrong though.
and Doug Collins, I don't know if I have the right one in mind.
Doug Collins used to play, and I think he was either a coach. He was either a coach or an NBA player himself. I recognize the name.
I recognize the name, but I cannot really place him. But for Vince Carter and Chauncey Billups, I firmly believe that they deserve it. And I, Chauncey Billups is not a player that I like this game, but it's not really a player because at the time where they were winning against their championship against when they had Rashid Wallace, Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, I really like Rip Hamilton
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
that's my style of player, like
Mm-hmm.
quick shooter and things like that. Um, so I was happy for them, but Billups was a good point guard for me in Detroit. It was a very, very good point guard. Vince Carter, I've done did a lot for this game, man. He done a lot for this game. Gave us a lot of exciting moments.
It's not enough for the Hall of Fame though.
Hmm?
It's not enough for the Hall of Fame though.
So, did Vince ever won a ring?
Nope.
I think that at least to be a Hall of Famer, you should at least won a ring. Was he MVP?
The league?
Yeah.
No.
You should at least have one of those, or ring or MVP title.
He
He doesn't have any.
nope. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean he won. He won the
Maybe
dunk
they gave
contest.
it to him because of the longevity.
Derek Fisher played 20 years. Did he not?
Fisher played 20 years.
I think so.
When was he drafted?
I feel like
Those older players, I don't know how long they
either
played.
he played 20 years or he did something. He did something that
But
long.
Derek Fisher is an NBA champion.
He averaged 5 points. We're not doing this.
Man, but he averaged 5.0 team with Kobe, bro. So how many shots you can take with Kobe? With
It
Kobe,
don't.
I've seen something. I've seen a video where they are giving stats earlier. You know, Kobe is the player that missed the most field goals.
Because he was chucking them up,
Exactly,
and he was a
field
difficult
goal.
shot
I'm
taker.
saying field goal. Like how many shot you will get with Kobe a night? He averaged 5 points on how many shots.
Yeah, he didn't. Man, look, it's
But Fisher
Derek.
had one of the most ugliest
It's
jump.
Derek Fisher, man. It's Derek Fisher. I'm not. Derek Fisher is not Hall of Fame because
He ain't played
he
20
ain't played
years. He
20
played
years.
like 18 years.
Yeah. So okay. So like
Yeah, decent. But
roughly. So
yo, but
he.
um You're comparing Fisher to Carter to Vince
No,
right now.
you brought him. Hey. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just trying to think why they put him on the Hall of Fame because he wasn't a champion, he was an MVP.
He was
He,
exciting.
yeah, he was very exciting, but
He's
he didn't score
responsible
the
for.
most points. Maybe it's because of longevity.
It can't be that. Did you see him play when he was like when he was done when he was done playing and he had on that Hawks uniform. That Hawks uniform, Vince Carter in a Hawks uniform was so nasty to watch.
I think that he should have retired in
He should have been. He should have been like it. Didn't need to get.
but he wanted that tour. He wanted that farewell tour.
You think so?
I think he wanted it.
He would have gotten it early, like not Atlanta. Like, come on, like
But
no.
that's what they gave him a contract.
Still, and he wasn't even gonna get enough minutes for that farewell tour anyway. Just
But at when he was playing in for the Nets
yeah. I
in
mostly remember
they
him.
was they
Yeah,
saying Brooklyn now in 2005 2006 well 2006 2007 my dude was averaging 39 points 2007 2008 38.9 dude in Toronto he averaged close to 40 in 2000 2001.
cool. I mean, but that goes back to my thing where it's like, what gets you like what what for the Hall of Fame. I'm not one of those people who's big on championship. You need a championship ring,
Oh,
championship.
actually I was watching the one thing he never averaged 30, sorry.
No, he
I was
was, but he
watching
was a
minutes.
what?
Yeah, I was watching minutes. He never
Okay,
averaged. He
okay.
never averaged 30 points and
No,
assist. He
but that's
never.
but even then, if you average like 27 to like 28, 25,
He only averaged 27 two times in his career. That was in the Nets, first season with the Nets,
yeah,
and that was in 19 in 2000 2001 with the with Toronto. After that, he only averaged the highest will be 25.2, 25.7
yeah,
around that.
yeah. So it's like it was a bucket. I'm not. He was a bucket,
No, I'm not saying it wasn't. It was a bucket.
but
So, but you were asking about what do I think getting in the Hall of Fame is too easy? Um, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like the little boy in me watching Vince Carter's dunks, watching like those exciting plays, thinks he deserve it. But the guy who knows what it takes to play this game and how many great players have played this game doesn't think that probably it's because of longevity. That's the only thing I can think of right now. I don't know. You here, bro? Olivier, you good? You good? Okay. Let me.
yo,
Oh, you back? Yeah. Because if I ended the call, I would have ended the live. I did not want to do that.
okay,
We're
okay.
good now.
So was it on my end or was it on your end?
I think it was on your end because I'm still streaming and everything was okay. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
you froze for me and everything. That's why I didn't.
No, we're good now. We're
Yeah,
good.
okay. Okay. What were you? It cut off when you were talking about the kid in you watching Vince Carter play thinks he's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like watching those dunks, watching him putting those on watching Vince Carter on a Nets like jersey, Nets jersey. I really think he's Hall of Fame ready. But
Hmm.
the person, I mean, watching like all those greats, watching people like literally carry a team and do all of that, thinks that the only reason he got it is because of longevity, nothing else.
I don't know where I'm at on this conversation.
Well, that's what I
I
think.
like him. I do. He was a good player.
He
He
was a good
did
player.
put
He was a solid
Toronto.
player.
He put Toronto on the map at the end of the day. I feel like that kind of impact. At the same time too, I feel him getting the Hall of Fame was almost as if the NBA itself rewarded him. Because when you talk about the NBA is a business, and the players are the product that they give to us as the
Hmm.
consumer. So
Yeah,
that's the league saying thank you for being that good of a product and
of a
helping
good of a
us
product. Yep.
over this period of time for so long. You know,
Did they have his he had his own shoes, right?
I think so. That wasn't that we didn't have much shoes back in the day. I'm speaking for myself. You know,
Yeah. But I mean, I'm happy for him. That's good.
I don't
That's
know.
good. That's one good for him. Um,
There's not gonna be too many players like Vince Carter
do you
if
think KG do
there
you
is.
think KG is gonna make it to the
He
Hall of Fame?
should. If Vince Carter's in there, KG better be in there.
Because I firmly believe KG is top three, top two, top three power forwards of all time.
I don't even know who you put.
See me?
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. He's three. He's three.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
believe
That's
he's three.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But at the same time too, he has an MVP. He has a ring.
See me as
Tim's already in there. I'm not too much on Tim, but for
oh no, I'm saying that oh, I thought you were talking about like
comparing the all, no, I'm talking
yeah,
about
a Hall of Fame, yeah.
yeah, I'm talking about Hall of
I think
Fame.
it should make it there. I think it should make it there.
Hall of Fame. He's there. He's there.
Yeah.
He's easily there.
So we have like 5 more minutes left before we end. I just wanna like quickly touch up on a little bit of soccer.
Did you watch the
Um,
PSG game?
you watch them?
I watched the PSG game. It
You watch
was
the PSG? I didn't watch the PSG game. I only caught Real Madrid today. I see they made a little bit of changes, but I don't think the team is where they want it to be yet. That was a nice game, but there's too many mistakes on defense. They need to clean up a little bit. But besides that, I think they are doing all right. As far as the international break that we had this week, there I've seen a lot of people talking about that new guy that Brazil called up to play their center forward. His name is Igor Jesus. He's
what a name. What a name. That's a crazy
yeah, his name
name.
is Igor Jesus.
They man,
They have a lot of
these
Jesus in Brazil.
these international players be having some names, man. They be
But
having
I
some.
think he's playing the nine really good. But now I want to see how he matches with when Vinicius come back and when Neymar come back. Neymar came back this week
That's
after after a good time out, a long time out. He came back and he came back like he never left.
I'll
Goals,
take it.
assists,
I don't
explosive
wish this on
play.
him. I don't wish this on him. I want to say to the viewers, I don't wish no player getting hurt. But all it take is one slide tackle,
Yep.
All it take is one rolled ankle.
Yep.
Neymar is in street clothes like Kawhi Leonard. That's
Like what? And it's a similar scenario. Whereas he got injured and the his legs got messed up, and he never got properly he never properly healed. He kept coming back a little bit earlier than he should have. But now I saw that he took his time to heal up, and I sincerely hope that he is fully healed and he can play a solid season, remaining of a season or whatever they have over there in the Saudi Arabia League, because I don't watch it. I only saw highlights. What I've seen, I like. And I sincerely hope he can come back to Brazil because I want to see a fully healed Brazil team and see where they can go and how far they can go. That's
how
all
do
I
you
want.
feel. How do you feel about Vinicius?
So Vinicius is one of my favorite players playing right now, and he scored today. He scored a beautiful goal today. But one thing is, I feel like Vinicius is letting things get to his head. And one thing I was happy about when he was younger, there were rumors that he got a therapist and he was dealing with certain things. So I was like, that's great, that's wonderful. So maybe he can overcome those racism chants and things like that. But I don't know if he's still dealing with that. But sometimes he let things get into his head and he's too emotional. Because if Vinicius did not get suspended for that game against Uruguay in the Copa America, I definitely feel like things would have been different for Brazil in that Copa America.
You think?
Yeah, because we played a game against Colombia, although we were very like crappy, we held our own, but we did not have a star player that can unblock a game. Because sometimes you only need one player that can take a ball and pass and go to four defender and put that ball in the net. Sometimes you only need that, and that's something Neymar did in the Croatia game in the World Cup in 2022. Although we lost that World Cup, but I feel like Vinicius is somebody that can do that for you at any given time, any given time. So that's why I'm kind of excited, and I want to see how we gonna fare when everybody's back. How we gonna fare against like bigger team? I'm not talking about Peru. No
Mm.
disrespect to Peru, but hey, Peru was never a big soccer
It's
nation,
nothing against Peru.
but they were never a big soccer nation. But I want to see how we're gonna fare against Colombia, how we're gonna fare against Uruguay, and then I want to see us again against European teams.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So now the standard is up here now, right?
Well, because players are coming back from injury, so I want
Mm-hmm.
everybody fully healed, and I want to
Mm.
see the team, like the Brazilian team, with all its star players, and see how they do. That's what I want to see.
Do they have a game in this upcoming week? Yes or no?
No, no, no. Right now, it's only clubs playing. They probably will have another break in November.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but right now it's only clubs playing. And as for quick talk about NFL, the Jets acquired Devontae Adams. I'm excited to see how they play.
That was the worst kept secret in the entire league.
Definitely
Oh my
was.
God! This.
And as soon and Buffalo Bills acquired Amari Cooper, but they released another wide receiver that I think will end up in Kansas City. I forgot his name. He has like a long ass name.
Another player who's going to be forced into retirement. Since we talking NFL, Deshaun Watson is done. He's done. It's over.
Man,
It's over.
I don't
It's
know.
over. It's
It
over.
might be. It might
Nope.
be.
Ain't no Mike. It's over. It's over. He gonna be playing in the same league that what's his name?
Oh, Johnny Menzo.
Yeah, he gonna be playing in that same league. He gonna be playing exactly in that
I have
same
such high
league.
hopes for this kid, man, for Menzo. I remember I was so hyped about Menzo when I bought that year's Madden. I put Menzo on my team just to play with him. And look at the way things
He
went.
had the talent, but boy, he was not no college student.
Mm.
I wa- yeah, no,
Man,
Deshaun is done. It was yeah, no, he's just done. It's over. It's over.
that's
Should have
man,
stayed out of trouble. That's all. That's
that's
all.
all.
That's all I got to say on that topic. Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble,
Stay
people.
out of trouble. Keep the main thing the main thing.
But I think that's where we're gonna end it, man. We hit our 1 hour mark, although we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I don't want to go past the hour. I want to thank everybody who took the time to be with us tonight. Oh, that's gonna watch after. And we will be here again next Sunday at 8:30. We're gonna put it for 8:30 now because I have some things to do before, so I cannot be here exactly at 8.
It's
So let's
fine
say
by me.
8:30, man.
Ain't no issue. Ain't no
No,
issue.
no, no problem, bro. So you already know, man. It's always a pleasure. So we'll catch up during this week and then plan something for our followers next weekend.
All right.
All right, man. Peace, bro.
Peace.
All right.